How my hands went. I'm gonna teach you how to get wigs, how to wear wigs, and how to enjoy yourself wearing said wigs.
Have you worn wigs?
No, I have not.
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
First things first, I get my wigs from the beauty supply store and online. Majority of the wigs that I have, I'm gonna link down. I'm gonna link down this blonde one, the one that I have in this picture. The one I'll show you. I'm gonna show you all the wigs that I have. So I'll link those down. The ones that I don't have, I'll try to find something similar to, because I have had these for like about a year now. And I did get them from the beauty supply store, but they're from like the same brands you could find online. Okay, so question number one, right? Is it cheaper to buy online or in the store? Depends on what store you go to in person. There's a beauty supply store near my house where is the first place I got any of my wigs from, and I paid like $40–50 for a shake and go clip-on wig. So I think it's better, honestly, to go in person the first couple times you're getting new to hair, because you can like feel it, you can see what it looks like, and you see what it looks like with your complexion. Because there was some instances where like I'll get a wig, and not that I hate it, but I don't wear it often because I just don't like the color on me, because it's either too dark, too light, whatever. But online wigs, you just kind of like you gotta choose and go. Hopefully it looks good. You're damned if it doesn't. So prices, right? Another thing too, so I consider a high quality end wig to be anywhere between like $50 to $60–70 and above, and like a mid-range wig could be like $40 to $50. Sometimes you're lucky and you'll get a wig for like $30 and it's like still pretty good, so kudos to you, but it's not majority of the time. So if you're gonna buy a wig, I'd spend anywhere between $40 to $50 for your first one, because you're gonna be wearing it a lot. I'm gonna show you some of the wigs that I have, and then I'll get to the ones that you actually want to see. So lock in. I'm learning the hard way. Not that I don't take care of them, but I have my beautiful expensive ones on the wall, and then I have my other ones in a suitcase. They're in here. So my first ever wig was actually a ginger wig, because I was a ginger for 3 years. Love the look, and you know, when I do get to that point, I do want to dye my hair ginger again. It suited me so well. It was really damaging and I lost my curls, so I needed a break. But she was, I think, like $40. This is she. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she giving Mary Jane? But see, typically too, wigs that come with bangs, it's a blunt cut, right? So if the wind blows up at you, you're kind of screwed, because people are gonna know. People are gonna know, and you're going to be like, oh, okay. So I tend to like hairspray it down or glue it on my forehead so it doesn't fly up on a windy day. Wigs like this, they'll come with 2 clips in the front. I always wear a bald cap underneath my wigs. There are some days where I'm really lazy and I just pop that sucker on my actual hair and just clip it and then probably pin it to my hair. But for extra safety measures, I'll put a bald cap, pierce this through the bald cap, bobby pin it to my actual hair, and then do the same thing with the claws in the back. And majority of the time, most wigs have this little like stretchy thingy, so you can loop it, you can make it tighter or looser on your head. The first couple times you wear a wig, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Not like a crazy amount, but it's uncomfortable. It's like having a hat on all day and your head like kind of starts to feel that tension. When no one's looking, I just go like this. And then I just let it be. Just, you know, must get some blood flow in there and then just keep walking. People have also asked me too, you know, instead of a wig, like, could I start with extensions? You can. I have just never been a fan of hair extensions. They've never worked for me. Oh, hello? Girl, my necklace fell and you told me nothing? It's kind of fake. It's kind of fake. I don't know if we can be friends, bro, because that was fake. Clip-ins never worked for me. I feel like it's not fair the price I pay, because I have a big ass head, so whenever I pay for clip-in or like extensions in general, I never have enough and it always looks stuck. And also I have curly hair, so it's like finding curly hair extensions, then paying the price for curly hair extension, or having to straighten my hair just to wear the extensions, and I don't even have enough, so it looks like kind of dead, doesn't look full, and then one wrong turn and you can see the clip-in. It never made sense to me. So that's why, in my opinion, I think wigs are better. Another example of this would be my favorite shorty. I love her. Whenever I want to be sassy, I want to, you know, be a yoga mom, I want to bob. Come on now. Come on now. Now, with cheaper wigs as well, you can't part it however you like. This right here, it has a bang, right? But let's say for some reason you just wanted like to part it over here, you wanted more bang on the side. You can't do that because the wig is already built like that, and if you pull the hair over, you can see the tracks. So when a hair comes in a style like that for the price, that's the only way you can wear it. And even too, with a higher quality and a longer wig, I'll show you right now, I call her Selena. I think it's obvious. I think you can tell why. The more hair a wig has, the more, you know, it'll cost you a little bit extra, but nothing crazy. Because also, mind you, all my wigs are synthetic. I don't have human hair wigs. I've never seen the appeal because human hair wigs do run for like 150 and upwards. And that, mind you, 150 is like short hair wigs. If you want a long bust down to your asshole wig, hefty price, but it's very beautiful and you can treat it like human hair. You can curl it, you can straighten it, you can dye it, and I've never wanted to have that much like power with my wigs. I just want to pop it on and go, you know. So with this, like I was telling you, it already comes with a middle part. I didn't know this when I bought it because I thought that the lace would be more here, but the lace is literally just down the line. So this is gonna make it, what the fuck? This is what's gonna make it look more natural, right? Because it's like, oh my god, the part, it looks like your head. And if you have like a ball cattle on, it'll, you know, look like your skin. Ooh. But if you wanted like a, you know, a side part moment, throw it to the side, you can't, because the tracks are obviously there. I still say it's a more budget friendly wig because it was like $40, it was like $50 to $60. That's so budget friendly, because it's also like, it does sound expensive, but it's like, if you're taking care of it, which you should be, it'll last you a long time. The lace is thicker than a higher quality wig. It's thicker and it's rougher, so this would be a little bit harder to blend. I typically, that's why I always cut bangs into my wigs, because I like a good bang, but I know people who just don't like bangs. You'd have to dedicate more time to blending it to your head and like melting the lace. So this is my, I think it's butter lace or what a lace. I actually really like this wig. It feels so real and it's 100% synthetic. Like, quality will get you there. The first 3 wigs I showed you, I got at the beauty supply store. This I got online, and this I got online. And I consider them to be my expensive wigs, but this one was, I think, 50, 60. And I think this one was like 48 pushing 50, right? So they're not, it's like the brand, it's just higher quality, right? See, now I can part it anywhere. So if I were to grab it, right, and I didn't want this middle part anymore, I wanted a side part, you would still see my bald cap and it would still look like real hair. You don't get that with the other wig that I showed you. That's one thing too, people were asking me. I don't like put my wigs on and I sleep with them. I did that once. So I actually got into wigs because a friend of mine, she installed my first ever wig for my birthday. It was my 20th birthday, I'm pretty sure. 20th or 19th? One of the two. But she did it for me. The wig band was on my ears. God's strongest soldiers. I couldn't do it. Like, I was like, I think I'm gonna kill myself. And I had to stay awake and just be on my tablet. And also I was excited because the day after was my birthday. And I had it on for, I think, literally a total of 2-ish days. If I can't sleep on my belly, I'm just uncomfortable. And it's like sleeping with rollers in. I can do rollers. It's just, it really hurt my head. So I always take my wigs off at the end of the day. Now, glue, and how to like apply it in general, right? So this is also a lace wig, but I don't glue this one down. I only ever glue down if I'm gonna like go out. I guess more embarrassing. So like if I'm gonna go out with a group of people and there's a chance that we're gonna go do something and it could fly off, I'm gonna glue it down. But if I'm like on my everyday rounds, I'm going outside, I'm gonna go see family or like a close friend of mine, I either just clip it in, and I always have bangs, so I don't have to worry about people seeing the lace. I've always been a bang person, or I do my little swoopy and no one can see it. I had a scarf, I had a headband when I'm lazy. But for glue, most of the stuff I use is cheap. This is the glue that I use. I got this at Beauty Supply. I think it's like $9, $12. I'll link it online too, because I just buy it on Amazon. So I use this one. But yeah, I'll take this. I'll grab like this thing and I'll just dab it on my head, put it on top, and then hold it down. And then I use a headband. I put it on. I leave it on as I do my makeup. But then by the time I'm done, take it off, blend it with the rest of my makeup, and then I'm good to go. Another question too, how do I get my wig so big and poofy? I fluff them up like there's no tomorrow. So I typically always get a curly haired wig. When they come out the box, the first thing I do is I separate the curls, I get them together, and then treat it like real hair, and I puff it up like that, and then I'll tease specifically the crown, right? So you have to treat it like a beehive. Where's my brush? Hold up, right? Treat it like 70s hair. I split down the middle, I come to the back, and then I do like little sections. So I'll split the hair, grab a good section, and then I'll tease it, comb it over. So I already did this, so I don't want to do it too much. And then once that's done, fluff it up again. Hairspray just a little bit because I don't want it to be crunchy because it's not real hair. Do it like that, and then I'll leave it alone, let it set. do it one more time, and then it just keeps the volume of the hair and it makes it stay big at all times. I love dramatic hair. This is why I get wigs in the first place. For me, I haven't had any problems at all. Now, the wig that's the most popular one, the one that was in my viral video, I have lost her because I did not take care of my wigs. I would just take it off and just kind of throw it in my closet. I learned the hard way. She was matted, okay? Now, there's a point where you're wigging it matted and you can still, like, you know, trim it, brush it out. It was past that point. There's a point where a wig is just no longer usable unless you want to just really sit there with fabric softener and hot water and fix it. And Lord, did I not have the time. So it's time to let her go. I'm still really excited about that. She was my first like real big purchase. I love that wig. I'm gonna link it down there too, because I do plan on rebuying it soon when I get the funds again. And when I get that wig again, then I'll show you guys a full in-depth tutorial about how I style the hair. This is just more kind of like a how to, where to get, and how to go about it. I think that's basically everything you guys need to know. Wigs are very simple. And now I get to go into my sentimental bit of the video. Hooray! Sorry if I sound a little gross. I've gotten a little cold. People are really worried that people will make fun of them. People will make fun of you for doing anything, okay? And this is some piece of advice that like someone very dear and close to my heart told me. They had told me, you could go on a whole speech, right? You can go on a podium, have a whole speech about how much you love pancakes and how they're really good breakfast food and how much you enjoy them and how you eat them, how you style them. And somebody in the crowd will yell at you and be like, oh, so you hate waffles? So waffles are bad? So you think anyone who likes waffles is stupid and ugly? And you know, what the frick? When did you bring that up? Somebody will find a reason to be mad at you, whether it's because they're insecure, whether it's because they're jealous, whether it's because they're hateful. It could be a plethora of things. I always just go with the notion that like they're very sad and they're miserable and they just don't know how to express that other than to be cruel and mean. People will find any reason not to like whatever you do, and eventually you'll be faced with it. And I hope you never, like, listen, genuinely to the bottom of my heart, I hope you never face any kind of hatred or negativity. It might happen to you once. I hope it never does, but it might, right? And it's like ripping off a band-aid. When it's done, it's done. Someone's gonna say some slick shit and you just gotta pick up and keep moving. Before I really started owning wearing wigs, and you know, I've had some days, like it was actually with this one, where the wind will be blowing in my face and you can just see like this blunt line on my head and it's just kind of like, oh. I've had some people say some snarky shit to me, and it did hurt my feelings, and I did stop wearing wigs for like a month. And then I remember why I did it. I don't have long hair. I did a big chop. I'm taking care of my curls. And there's this like weird notion where it's like, you don't like your natural hair and you're like insecure. No, bitch, I don't want to fucking dye my hair blonde. Like, I don't want to dye all these colors. You know, one day I want to wake up and be ginger. The next day I want to have long hair to my ass and make it jet black. Can't do that on my own. And you don't need to explain to anybody why you do certain things. If regardless of what you do, somebody's gonna get mad at you, do that hoe anyway. And you gotta make sure that you're doing it because you enjoy it. Like, I want to dress all big and loud, and why is that a crime? And it's not.